Alright, so this is my demo for the application for project 2. I'm going to start by listing up the components. So there's 15 buttons, 1 datetime picker, 3 combo boxes, 3 group boxes, 9 text boxes, 3 forms, and 5 picture boxes. The user starts by either selecting a source or clicking the new button, which creates a new database in the specified folder. So I'm just going to select a source. There's already 2 databases in here. This one has about 160,000 records. This one has the original text values from the text file provided with the original project. It says what it's opening. You still have the option to cancel it. So before I go over any of this, I'm going to show you what is in the database. So it has columns of weather ID, city, state, region for plotting purposes, date, and then the date is decomposed into its parts, year, month, and day, and then the temp. Right, so I'm going to start by going in the temperature information box. This text box does not accept anything other than letters, so if I type a 1 or a special, so it doesn't matter if the user capitalizes either of these, it'll be automatically set to title case when it gets added. If either one of these aren't selected, it'll bring up an error. It says fields must not be blank. If you don't select a state, same thing. It's about 56 degrees in San Francisco right now. I'm just going to add the record. The datagridviewer reloads and you can see it is at the bottom. So it automatically put the region and the year, month, and day. The highest temp functionality works. It highlights and selects the highest temp. Lowest temp, same thing. And there's a little refresh box right here that'll refresh the datagrid view. So for input validation in the datagrid view itself, there's modes here you need to enter into edit mode. This column is read-only, just to enforce data integrity. The region is also read-only because that's entered by the application itself. So this column doesn't accept anything other than letters. Same with this one. So it doesn't allow letters, but I still need to fix that. It shouldn't allow me to just type 1 like I did right there. So that's the validation for that. But let me try editing the only record for Minnesota. So I'm just going to change it to 87, and then the user does have to click on save to commit it directly. So the MN text box did change, as well as the region. So then I'm going to do a different record for North Dakota, since there's 3 of them. So that one did change, as well as the region in total. There's also a bulk insert functionality, a plot functionality, and the new one I already talked about. I'm going to try removing a record first. So to remove, you just click on it, it highlights the whole row, and then you have to either confirm or cancel that you're removing it. and then that's automatically committed. So there's also a filtering option to search for records. As you can see by the tooltip, you can filter by city, state, year, or region. So I'm just going to search starting with S. It's case insensitive as well. So the next thing I'm going to show is the bulk insert functionality. I'm going to start by creating a new database. So this creates a database in the same specified folder, the data folder. It looks like this was the latest one that I'm using. This is the one I'm using right now. So I'm going to click on the bulk insert, and then this is basically the same as the text file with the extra values that I mentioned earlier. So it automatically inserts everything and commits it. And all the same functionality works in the newer one. Then I'm going to reset. Select a different source. So this is the one with the 160,000 rows. Takes a little bit to load, but I have values from 1939 to about 2015 with various cities and states. So I have Hawaii, Florida, Utah, California, Colorado, Minnesota, North Dakota, Alaska, New York. Then once the user clicks the plot button, a new form appears. You can select the range that you want it to plot from. So I'll just do 1970 to 2000. Takes a little bit to load because there's so many values. But this is what gets displayed. You can see the regions in the legend. And it's selecting the average monthly max temperature by the region. Then I'm just going to show a different one. So I'm going to do 2000 to 2015. That looks a little bit better, a little bit more clear. So you have the West about in the middle, Northern Rockies and Plains with the most variance. And I believe that is everything. I guess I didn't show the clear functionality. So that resets the values. Obviously we have the reset form. Then one final thing, I'm not really sure if this is a feature or a bug, but if I add a value that's a little bit too warm, or a little too cold, thanks for watching.